What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the General, and we're going to be installing some dome lights. So what I have here are the KC Cyclone lights. They're actually pretty neat looking. They actually look really good mounted up in the roof. So I have one just kind of mocked up, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so there's one just mocked up. I'm going to go through all the wiring and stuff like that here soon, but just to show you guys what it looks like, it's pretty cool. So, and I'm going to have one on each side, so it's going to put out tons of light in here. Might be even too bright, but we'll find out. So that's how it looks mounted up there. Next, we got to get these things wired in, get the switch in, see how it looks. So as far as the screw goes, this is what I'm using here, just a coarse threaded, zinc coated 10 millimeter. It's actually a 5.2 by 21 millimeter screw here. It actually fits perfect in these holes. So find yourself something like this, and it actually goes right through the center of the Cyclone light perfectly. So there they are, both mounted up. Now I do put dielectric grease in these connectors. These things are 100% waterproof. I mean, they're used as rock lights as well, but it's always a good idea to use some dielectric grease on all your connections. So, by the way, these lenses are interchangeable. They have a plethora of different colors like pink, blue, red, green, amber, you name it. So pretty easy to swap lenses, which is pretty cool. So if you guys want to use them as rock lights or whatever, you want to have a disco party inside your side-by-side, they've got all sorts of colors. All right, so once you have the lights mounted on the roof, these Cyclone lights come with these two little harnesses. You know, they just have your positive and negative. It's nothing special. We're going to be using the pulse bar anyway, but they both come with some wiring here. So what I did was, oh yeah, and the other end comes with these two plugs, right? So this is the harness that I just showed you, and then obviously the light comes with two ends. You just match the red, black, both of them, and bam. So what I did was I cut the harness to size. I cut it to what I need, right? I zip tied it around here, tried to make it look as clean as possible. Eventually I'm gonna put a headliner in it. But for now, this is where we're at. So cut it to length, and then you end up with two black, two red. What we're gonna do is, because I like everything to be plugged in, I don't like hard wiring anything, just in case you gotta replace something. Whatever the case may be, I just like to make replacement a breeze instead of having to cut and splice all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie both the black together, both the red together, and we're going to use spade connectors. So we're going to do a spade connector on the two blacks, a spade connector on the two reds, and then the harness going from the front to here is going to have the other end of the spade connector coming off of the harness from the pulse bar. So it's literally going to be plug and play. Like, if I ever need to replace anything, just unplug it, replace it, plug it back in. So it's going to be super easy, and that's what we're going to do next. All right, so I'm going to use some heat shrink as well. We're going to go over top of the spade connector just for even more waterproofing. So slide that on, and then the spade connector. Crimp it. Make sure it's not coming off. Slide the insulation over. Apply some fire. All right. I'm not going to show you the positive, because it's going to be the same process, but there we go. So I'm going to finish up the positive, and then we're going to start running the wire from the front to the lights. All right, so really quick while I'm up here, for the harness, this is just a eBay harness. It was cheap, and it works. Works with the pulse bar. It's all plug and play. I was kind of concerned about this yellow wire just hanging out here, because I thought that was ignition powered. I'm not extremely well versed with the pulse bar, but I sort of get how it works now. But don't be concerned. I did test this harness, and this light only lights up blue when the key is on, which is exactly what we want. We don't want this lit up all the time. So however they have this thing wired, it works the way it's supposed to. So no issues there. Now next, I removed the upper dash off camera because I assume if you're doing this job, you can probably figure out how to do that. But it's just a series of push clips, and once you get all those push clips removed, just pull that upper dash back towards the inside and release it from these clips, or release the clips from these slots here. And then it's just a matter of sort of bending it up in the middle, kind of like an A, just to get it around the roll cage. It comes out. So next we're gonna get the wiring ran up to the lights. All right, so I've got my switch ran through this grommet, and down here still have to do the cutout and all that crap, but switch is somewhat ran. Now the harness, this eBay harness, is not going to be long enough to reach all the way back there. So what I'm going to do is basically the same thing as I did up there, is cut it right here, and then I am going to make my own harness with some wiring and some loom. I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I'm gonna run my own wiring all the way up to there. All right, so here's all the wiring I need. I just loosely ran it along where it's going to go and cut to length. And now what I'm gonna do is put the wiring in this loom, and then I'm going to show you how I clean up the ends as soon as I get all of this ran. But I'm not going to show this on camera, but this is all you do. Super easy. So we're going to go the length of the wire, and then once I get that done, I will show you how I clean up the ends of this, and then we'll start splicing in the other end of the spade connectors up to the cyclone lights, and then we'll splice in at the eBay harness. Alright, so here's the wiring, all in the loom, looking nice and clean. So I'm going to run this up the cage and show you how to clean up the ends, and we'll get everything plugged in. Alright, so I got everything ran like it's supposed to. Got it all zip tied up there like the factory. And now we're left with this. I'll show you what to do with this next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this loom back a little bit further than the wires. I'll show you why. We're almost through. Yeah, that's pretty good. So once you have it cut back some, about that much, take a little torch and just lightly heat that. It's going to start shriveling up, and all the ends and all the strands are going to start melting together. That's what you want. And now I'm going to take some heat shrink, slide it through, hopefully it's big enough for this stuff to get stuffed through, which it should. Alright, now once you stuff that melted frayed end all the way in, and slide it up, leave about that much. Then we're going to take our torch, melt the heat shrink, hopefully. And there we go, a little harness. So now we're going to put the other end of the spade connectors on the positive and the negative and plug it right in to the spade connectors we did earlier. Alright, so there we go. We've got two spade connectors. So now it's just a matter of plugging in your red to red and your black to black. And make sure you dielectric grease those. And that is that. I'm going to clean up these wires off camera, obviously, but just run it something like that. It's about as clean as you can make it. But like I said, eventually want to get a headliner, and then all this crap will be covered up by the headliner. So there we go. So I've got everything wired in to the eBay harness going to the pulse bar. So what I did was just cut this eBay harness way short and splice in a D2 connector, and then the harness that we ran from the lights, I put the other end of the DT connector in there and just made a nice plug and play setup here. So that is it for the wiring, and I'm gonna get all this cleaned up and put the switch in, and we'll turn everything on. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for this video. I probably could have just ran the OEM dome light in, and it would have been a heck of a lot less work, but I kind of like doing my own thing, and these cyclone lights look pretty cool. So I bet they're going to be 10 times brighter than the factory dome light anyway. So I just wanted to film, you know, how I do it and give you guys dome light ideas as well. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Overall, pretty easy. It's kind of a lot of work, especially, you know, making your own harness and stuff, and it's not really hard work. It just takes a little while, but it's super easy. I mean, it's positive and negative, and it's all plug and play. So if you've got basic hand tools and basic skills, can match colors, you can do it. All right, finally dark. Let's turn these things on. This is stupid. But they work sweet.